Hello and welcome back to another episode of Nerd Alert. I am your host, Tyler Aaron. I am here with my panel, Deanna Hernandez and Haley Ryan, and today we are going to be talking about some K-pop. I'm going to send it over to Deanna first. Can you tell everyone what exactly is K-pop?
So that's like a really broad topic and like not an easy answer. K-pop essentially by definition is Korean pop music, but it's a whole system of just music produced in Korea by different groups, by different companies. Essentially, not all the time in Korean, but mostly in Korean. It's a very complicated answer. I'm sure Haley, like you agree with me.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like the more you get into it, the more you unlock. It's kind of like one of those hidden levels on a video game. Like it's just too much.
Yeah, it's not just pop, because then you can have hip hop and R&B, techno, everything. So it's just kind of like the music that Korea is producing at this time.
Yeah, and from my understanding, it's really just all centered around 3 or 4 giant companies. And these artists, whether they're solo artists or in the band, they start at a very young age, like 6, 7 years old, from my understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, that has been like a controversy for K-pop. For a couple of years now, more and more groups are like they're debuting at such like younger ages. I know there's a couple groups that came out where there's going to be a 13-year-old that's debuting, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of K-pop companies, but they're really centered over like 4 or 5 big ones. They've just produced some of the more successful groups. So honestly, that's what everybody kind of goes to when they think about K-pop.
And it's crazy when you think about them debuting at 13, 14. It's because in the Korean industry, it's not like here where you just become an artist. Like you have to go through a training process, which means they start like years before, which means they can start at 8 years old, 8, 6, 7 like years old, and to debut at 13. So they don't have a childhood essentially, and that's just kind of how they grow up. And they spend all their time in school, listening to music, learning how to dance, learning how to write different languages, speak different languages, and like kind of like media training as well. And that's what they go through to debut in these groups.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, the companies are very strict too. Like, they're not allowed to date. They have to be on a strict diet all the time. They got to be doing so much of this and that. And it's really insane to me of living a life like that. But I mean, they do all these certain genres, like for example, electronic, rap, hip hop, R&B, like Latin and stuff. I mean, it's really odd to me. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, honestly, to me, I think that the dating thing is so beyond stupid because, yes, while you're trying to like get your, I mean, like I get your end goal is to become a successful idol, but like at the same time, like you can't sacrifice like your love life or like
Your life in general.
Yeah, your life in general. Like the diets are crazy. The diets are just insane. And they've honestly gotten a lot better with that. There has been more body positivity in the K-pop industry now. So honestly, I really love K-pop, obviously, but sometimes there's a lot of flaws within the industry where I kind of just take the music and listen to the music and the groups and kind of just leave the industry on the side because
I was gonna say, because that's what it was in its like super strict area in the early days. Over time, especially right now, it's changing, and I think a lot of it has to do with groups like BTS and Blackpink who kind of have established themselves as like they're not going anywhere. And like that's the problem is like with these scandals, like in that country, if you're found to have these scandals and to be drinking or being in a relationship, it can destroy your career. But with groups like BTS and Blackpink, who they're not going anywhere, they've started to kind of show themselves doing these things and like having relationships and going out and doing all these different things. So then it kind of pushes the society to be like, okay, we can loosen up a little bit. So it is changing a little bit, but it's still like the diet culture is a really big thing over there. Like there's groups, girl groups specifically, that have reported that like have talked about they were only allowed to eat like 3 tomatoes a day, and that was it. So it's bad, especially when you're 14 and you're growing and you need to like, get taller, and you're gonna end up like me who's 5'1". So I don't know.
It's totally just kind of a toxic industry. I mean, most Hollywood, most professional industries
over here
are
it can be like that too.
But like, it's just kind of, I'm glad to see it's slightly coming down from where it was, but like still not great.
Yeah, and it's just wild, with the toxic environment over there. And it is kind of over here in America too, where they kind of like ease, like there's really some strict stuff here too with the English artists, but really when they're young and when they're starting, and usually because like even for K-pop, BTS, Blackpink, since they're really well known and have such a big fan base like they do, then they're going to loosen up on them, and then they're going to start, they're going to start making their own decisions, which is great for them. And these entertainment companies don't want to lose that deal with those big, because then they're going to lose thousands, millions of dollars like that. Now, you guys listen to a lot more K-pop than I do. What are your favorite artists?
Well, my all-time favorite artist is BTS, because they were kind of like the first group that I got into. It was like there was this real popular girl on my softball team and she like kind of normalized K-pop, which like I came from a very small town. Nobody listened to K-pop. Like everyone listened to the same country songs as everyone else. So she kind of normalized K-pop, and then I was like, I'm never gonna get into that. Like that just doesn't seem like me. Well, fast forward to like 7 years later, and here I am. I honestly, they were the first group that I listened to, and BTS is just like, no matter how many groups that I listen to, like nothing will do it like them. Like BTS just has a special place in my heart. But I also am like big on ATs. That's my dad's favorite group. So like we kind of bond over.
Shout out Dad.
Yeah, shout out to Harvey Ryan. What a king. But he loves ATs, so I love ATs, and basically I'm more of a boy group. Just the music is better for me, but BTS and ATs are the ones to do it for me.
I have so many. Like I feel I can't just pick one, but I started off with BTS, and they're always going to be like the tried and true, but I love TXT, which is BTS's younger brother group, because they're similar in my age, so it was kind of like growing up together when I started listening to them. But I have a lot of soloists that I like, Eric Nam, Chungha, Sunmi. I love KARD. KARD is one of my all-time favorite groups. They're currently the only co-ed group in the entire industry. I think there might be one more that might be alive. But they're a co-ed group, which rarely ever happens because of this whole dating thing. So they're great, and I love them. And Blackpink, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Now, I haven't been listening for as long as you guys have, but definitely BTS and Blackpink would probably my two favorites. Again, I'm still really new to K-pop, but that is going.
Really likes Blackpink.
Well, that's going to do it for the first segment of today's episode. Coming up, we will be comparing the music industry between America and Korea, and then we will have a fun debate game at the end. But first, let's send it over to Rachel Silsky for the Movie Minute.
Hello and welcome back to Nerd Alert. I'm Rachel Silsky and I'm here with you guys to do a very special segment called Movie Minute. Now I have chosen 3 new movie trailers to talk with you guys about today, and I'm very excited about each and every one of them. First one I'm going to be talking about is Madame Web. Now, like I've said before, I am a huge Marvel movie geek, and I will gladly watch and sit through any kind of long Marvel movie. And I've told you before, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, so the fact that Madame Web is coming out is even more exciting because we're going to have webs like Spider-Man shooting webs. I mean, who wouldn't want to go see that? And the fact that it's Marvel is even more exciting. And we got so many good actors and actresses that are coming together for this one that I think it's going to be just a great movie all around. So I'm beyond excited, and I'm going to be there opening night to go see it with my very special Amazing Spider-Man shirt. You know, geek at its finest. So the second movie I've chosen is the new Ghostbusters that is coming out. I gotta say, a lot recently has been happening with like classic movies is that they've been getting remakes. Like for example, the original Mean Girls had a new remake that just came out. I got to see it in theaters. It was okay, but of course not as good as the original one. I mean, I feel like you can't beat classic original movies, that you just kind of gotta leave them on their own. I mean, don't get me wrong, some may be good, but some are just kind of like, you know, okay, but like not as good as the first one. And I feel like that's usually how it goes. But hey, I could be wrong about Ghostbusters, and I will see it, and hopefully I am wrong. And the last movie that I have chosen is the new Inside Out. I absolutely love Disney movies. I just love anything Disney. I actually watch a Disney movie every night before I go to sleep, so this is right up my alley, and I loved the first Inside Out. I mean, come on, who doesn't love it? It's so cute with the fact that they have all the different emotions, and sometimes when I was younger and I first saw it, I used to think, what are the emotions in my head thinking about, you know? And this new one has a new emotion coming into the picture, so I mean, I think it's gonna be a really great movie, and I'm so excited to see it. And like I said, just love Disney movies all around, and they always produce good, fun, exciting family movies, so I cannot wait to see this. But that'll do it here for Movie Minute. I'm Rachel Silsky, and I'm sending it right back to the desk.
Thank you, Rachel. Welcome back to the next segment of Nerd Alert. Here we're going to be talking about a comparison between the music industry between America and Korea. I'm going to start over and send it over to Haley Ryan. Haley, what do you think is the biggest difference between the music industry in America and in Korea?
I mean, overall, like the industry, like I said, we have a very toxic thing over in, I mean, not very toxic, but there's like a, you know, like with K-pop, the debuting kids when they're 13 and, you know, like the diet culture, but over in America it's not really all that different. I mean, we've seen some people just kind of, I mean, we've seen diet culture here significantly, you know, I mean, it's just, and I mean, like even the big thing now in K-pop is more idols are getting plastic surgery, and you know that's been a thing over here in America, being very like candid with who's got plastic surgery and stuff like that. So I kind of started off with the similarities, but some of the bigger differences I see are with the type of music. So right now we kind of know, well, TikTok took all of their music off yesterday, but right now like we know that most TikTok songs and most songs that end up on TikTok and just all songs on the radio, they often kind of talk about the same sort of topic amongst like different artists. And I feel like there's a variety of topics when it comes to K-pop. Like there's just like a little bit more of, they're a little bit more in touch with the emotional side of lyrics. And I think that's one of the big things that stands out with me, like in terms of the music, is because there's like a lot of, I mean, also the beats are like quite similar in some American, like Western music. So really kind of, there's just more, I feel like there's a little bit more experimenting with K-pop and the kind of sound that they're going with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is first of all, Korea has more conservative culture, so you're not going to see the things that we see at American music shows over there at the Korean end of year music shows. What I've noticed that they've started to like value more is like the deeper meaning. BTS and HYBE in general, the company that owns BTS, is super like music for healing. That was their motto, music for healing. And it's music that kind of means something, tells a story, and it reflects in their music videos, and it reflects in their concert performances. Like concert performances and award show performances are $1,000 budgets, like things that you will not see over here. It's amazing to see these concerts and the time and effort that they put into telling the stories of their music videos, of the group, just for like one night award show. It's months and months of practice that goes into these things, and you don't see that over here.
The 20-minute Mama performance of
20-minute BTS
they had a
performance.
full 20-minute performance for what is basically like the Korean Grammys. So they had a full 20-minute performance. All 7 members had a little like representation piece of themselves, and oh wow, it was. I mean, like
rain and drums and
dancing
backup
through
dancers
water,
and fireworks. Like,
and,
it's
like,
high end.
man.
And a lot of it comes from the music videos too, because the music videos
Yeah.
are the same thing. It's 3-minute videos, but it's like months of just
every time. Like I said, if I'm dozing off, that's the video that's playing in my head, because that was just remarkable. It sticks with me all the time.
high quality productions. And I lost my train of thought.
We'll have to get Tyler to watch that.
And that's what visually stunning, like music videos kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing I've noticed with K-pop and between the two and with America is K-pop, they love to spend the money on this stuff. Like I've watched YouTube videos of some of the concerts. I've never been to a K-pop concert. I've actually never been to a concert, period. But watching those YouTube videos, even the music videos, they seem futuristic. The beat is always really upbeat. It's like today's culture, because it's definitely changed as time will go on. But like the futuristic, like green screens, everything happening around in the K-pop music videos, and then you look at America and it could just be someone rapping standing on top of a car, the entire thing, and it's just them walking around New York City, Los Angeles, something like that. So definitely they like to spend money.
Again, it's an experimenting aspect. I mean, with NCT 127, we know they've been a little controversial with some of their songs. They're not very good because of I like them. Maybe that's my music taste, but like some of them have like a little bit of a weird beat to them, and everyone's like, this is not music. But like, they're not afraid to experiment, and that's, I think, like what really, because like, I mean, maybe it's me, but most of like the rap songs on today's like Western radio is like, they kind of sound the same, and maybe that's just me. I don't know. I listen to it a little bit because I kind of am focused on K-pop, but just overall, there's just more variety, I think.
And honestly, you touched on something that I want to talk about, the size of some of these groups. NCT is currently a 23-member group.
Wow.
There's 23.
I did not know that.
There's
They're
groups
21.
where there's 21.
Yeah.
It was 23. That's
Shochiro and Sungchan left.
We don't want to talk about it. But it's like 23. There's 7. Wow. Like you can go from like 2
13
to
for
23, 17, 18, 14. Like these are really big groups.
And Blackpink has 4.
Blackpink has 4.
Yeah, I think with the experimenting though of K-pop is they're trying to reinvent music. Like I've listened to some of the songs where one lyric it's gonna be in English, the next one it's in Korean.
Yeah.
So they're experimenting again, like you said, with all the different beats and stuff. And I think that's good. I mean, really, music hasn't changed too much as of late. And I see what K-pop's trying to do. They're trying to reinvent, which is absolutely great for what they're doing and stuff. But I want to say, I know I already just said earlier that I've never been to a concert. Have you guys ever been to any, not just K-pop concerts, but American artist concerts or anything like that? What were your favorites, stuff like that?
My first ever concert was One Direction. It's been like a bad time this week because all the One Direction members turned 30 and I feel completely old. So when I was 12 and 13, that's when I saw One Direction. So the boy band phase never left. I'm still in it with BTS. So that was my first concert, and man, from there I knew I wanted to spend all my money on concerts. I also saw I can't remember. 5 Seconds of Summer, which was another boy band.
You see like the link.
That's
from
boy
band to K-pop.
It's like the arc. One Direction to K-pop pipeline was so very real. But I did see Eric Nam. I guess that would be.
That was October.
Well, I saw him twice. So I think that was 2021. I don't know. Everything's a blur anymore. And that was awesome. I got to meet him at the meet and greet afterwards. It was so fun. And then
we saw him.
Tiana and I saw him
together
in October. Impulse decision. Do you care to explain the story?
So Haley's a senior and I'm a freshman. We didn't really meet. When I signed up to be on Nerd Alert, I saw she had posted that she likes K-pop. That was cool. By chance, we happened to have radio shifts one after the other. So mine was first and then hers. One day I was sitting there and I was like, I really want to go to this concert. Let me ask Haley. I said, Haley, you want to go see Eric Nam? This was Wednesday. She was like, okay. So we bought the tickets that night. We went Friday. And that was it. And we just went.
Drove us $50 and drove us to McKees Rocks and, saw Eric Nam. And then we waited till like 2 a.m. to
see him.
For him to come out after the concert. And that was one of the most impulsive decisions I've ever made. But $50 concert ticket
that's not bad, especially in today's economy.
I also saw Greta Van Fleet in concert. How could I forget? I miss them, but I saw them in concert, which that was a life-altering experience. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna go see BTS, but COVID-19 took that away from me in that year. So pretty sad about that. I got the tickets in February of 2020, and the concert was for May of 2020, and they just completely refunded me and said no. And I was like, and then they tried to offer me tickets in California. I'm like, I live in Pennsylvania. I do not have money for a flight to California right now. So
well, that's absolutely insane. But that's going to do it for this segment of Nerd Alert. Coming up to finish up this episode of Nerd Alert, we will be doing a little fun debate game.
You're watching WCTV, where we aim to bring you the best local coverage of what you care about most. Everything from local businesses to hometown sports and the latest weather. We're keeping up to date with what you need to know about issues that affect our campus and our community. We're telling the stories that matter, celebrating our past, our future, and our potential. So tune in for all the latest buzz right here on WCTV Channel 14, Waynesburg.
Welcome back to our final segment of today's episode of Nerd Alert. In this segment, we will be doing a game that's played on a lot of K-pop reality TV shows. There really isn't a name for this game, but it is a debate game. My panelists, Deanna Hernandez and Haley Ron, will be debating over a K-pop topic. And here I have Joey Shirillo with some plastic clappers in his hands. Pretty much, Joey has been instructed to wave the clappers in front of both Deanna's and Haley's faces when they do something. Now, they do not know what they're doing for Joey to do that, but it's going to be fun. But starting off, we're doing K-pop boy bands versus girl bands.
Yes.
All right, so Haley, start up here. You are the boys' side.
Yes.
Deanna is the girls' side. Haley, start it off.
I think that boy groups are just like so much more powerful. I'm so I'm so on edge with him, like right there.
Keep going.
Keep on going.
Oh no, that's
all right. You took too long. My turn. So let's start with girl groups. Right now, what's the number one group in K-pop right now? New Jeans. What is it? A girl group. So they're doing BTS. Amazing. Well, BTS isn't a group right now. Technically, they're in the military.
They're still a group.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
no, I don't.
New Jeans killing the game. They're going at it. Everyone loves them. The Western culture here in America, they love them. They are doing it. Also, Blackpink. Come on, you can't not talk about Blackpink. Blackpink right now doing their thing. Jennie starting her own company. And if you want to talk about powerhouse, you talk about Blackpink because, I mean, look at what they're doing. Concerts, the world tour that they went to.
Okay, time's up. Haley, your turn.
No, because the thing of the matter is that Blackpink gets handed the same song, like, always.
I figured it out.
They get handed the same song, and it's just not good.
Deanna, your turn.
So, I
don't know what I'm doing.
Let's talk about just like the boy groups. I mean, they all start to do the same thing. There's rappers, you know. They start to just rap the same thing sometimes. I mean,
so do girl groups.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
No, New Jeans is not rapping like Blackpink. Red Velvet's not doing, the
Velvet
elegant
raps.
concept of.
Haley, your turn. You're up.
I basically think that the boy groups. What?
Back to Deanna. Back to Haley.
I'm so
Back to Deanna.
confused right now. Okay, so basically, I think that boy groups are the powerhouse because they have such intense choreography.
Man, you
Back
can't use
to
powerhouse with boy groups. That's a girl group term.
No, it is not a girl group term. You're gonna look at Yoongi and what is going on? What am I doing?
Can I guess? Because I know what it is.
No, you're not.
I want to guess. I know
What am
what
I
it is.
We will go over at the end.
What am I doing? Okay, anyways, I think that the boy groups have intense rap and dance, and to do all of that, like Stray Kids, for example, Hyunjin is like the top-notch player. What?
Back to Deanna.
Think about just what girls have to go through as an everyday struggle, what every girl has to go through, if you catch my drive, right? So imagine having to do that and performing and singing and dancing at the same time at these concerts. Guys don't have to deal with that, you know?
They do. Felix got harassed. Felix got
That's
harassed.
not what I was talking
But
about.
that's the same thing.
That's not what I was talking about.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing. So basically, like, the boy groups, they got way more intense choreography. Then on top of that, they get like slandered. You think that girls go through body issues? What? What?
Back to Deanna.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I want to guess.
Oh,
Let me guess.
wait, I think I know
What
what
it
I'm
is.
doing.
I figured mine out. Okay.
I don't know. But
Okay.
I think we should end this before it
Okay.
gets
Yeah, I don't
We're
know.
gonna end
groups on top.
this round, and we'll do another round.
Okay.
I'm still not going to say what it is. I will tell you at the end of.
I'm like, I
Round
don't
two,
know what I'm doing.
but
I thought I knew it at first, but I didn't.
But I'm gonna say right now, because it's my opinion here, Deanna wins round one. I'm
What?
siding with the
Thank
girl
you.
bands over
Is
the
that
boy
just because
bands.
you're a simp for Blackpink?
Yeah.
No, it's not because of that. It's just because she talks way more than you did, and I
Because
guess
I'm
figured
trying
it
to
out.
figure out what in the world I'm doing.
Okay, regardless, Deanna, as I threw
Whoa.
my pencil, Deanna wins round
Getting
one.
aggressive over here.
Round two, K-pop rappers. You each have a rapper in mind.
Yes.
We're gonna start over with Deanna for
I
this
didn't-
round.
I didn't have a rapper in mind. Wait. I pick. You're making me nervous. Can you back up? Like.
No, I
pick.
know.
I was gonna say. I pick. This is really bad. TA, you didn't give me
Okay,
a chance.
time's up. It's over to Haley now.
The correct answer is Yoongi from BTS. He is one of the.
Back to
You
Deanna.
stole my answer. I'm picking Yeonjun from TXT. You know what? Let's go brother group versus brother group. Yeonjun, younger. He's been trained by BTS, so he basically took RM, J-Hope, and Yoongi, put them into one, and now he's the rapper.
But he doesn't even rap that
Yes, he
much.
does.
Yeah, no, Yoongi is the fastest rapper in K-pop, one of the fastest rapper in K-pop. Also, it could be debated to have Changbin in there from Stray Kids.
No, you added another person that doesn't count. So Yeonjun.
Well, I'm saying.
TXT doesn't typically have a rapper, so Yeonjun takes it. So he doesn't have to share. Yeonjun.
Yeah, I think Deanna has figured out what it is for her.
I have no idea. What did I do?
So Yeonjun doesn't have to share, which means he gets to practice all the time. His rap skills, I'm really distracted because I'm trying to like keep my hands like glued down. And you know, you could go back. I'll give you a chance to, redeem yourself.
No, Yoongi is just on top. He has so much emotion and like just stamina when he's rapping. So overall, he's just the best, and he's so powerful when he raps about sad things. So Yoongi overall one of the best to do it since 2013.
So Yoongi, I feel like he shouldn't count because he started off as a rapper. He was hired as a rapper, which means he came in with those skills. So really, where's the growth? Yeah, that's a lie. I don't really believe that. Don't come for me. No, but Yeonjun, he came in as a general member. He came in as an idol, and he learned
And he's
how
still
to rap.
not good
and
at
he
rapping. And he's still not good at rapping.
That's actually crazy. We're gonna ignore what you just said. He's still going. Mama, if you've seen any of his Mama performance, Lonely Boy, something tattoo. What is it called? I forgot.
I don't know.
I'm so distracted right now.
Okay.
Their
okay.
songs are like 20 words long.
I think I've heard enough here. I think we're going to have a round 3 tie-breaking round because I'm going to side with Haley on this one. So we're going to go 1-1 right now heading into the final round. I think
intense.
Deanna's figured out what it is, maybe.
I have
Haley
not.
still has not, but I want to go over
I thought I did.
2 of the big three entertainment groups, YG Entertainment and JYP Entertainment, please, which one do you want out of those two? And debate about it. And then
They're
I will
both
pick the winner.
horrible.
I want JYP.
Why?
Okay, I guess you're getting YG.
Okay.
Okay, because Deanna picked first. Haley, go ahead.
So is this debated on who's the better company?
Yes.
Oh.
It is.
Whoa, okay. Hostile much, but anyway.
Sorry.
So YG is definitely the better company.
Deanna, your
All
turn.
right, JYP. What does YG? What does YG have? YG's only really produced Blackpink and Treasure, and that's it. JYP has produced JYP himself, Stray Kids twice, NMIXX, and they're still going. And as questionable as JYP is, he's an idol. He's had experience. He knows what to do, and he knows what he's doing, and he's learning. He's learned from his idol experience, and he's changing. As questionable as some of his actions are, it's still iconic, and it's for the memes. And you know what? In reality, as a PR major, that's what works. I didn't do it.
Can I forfeit this round? Because I don't think I can say one good thing about YG.
Do you want to forfeit?
I'm forfeiting. Take
Okay. Deanna is your winner of segment 3. Deanna, I thought you were trying to surrender yourself.
it. There was no way I was going to
I-
say anything good about YG. They are a horrible company.
Okay, it looks like Deanna is taking this
Once
win.
again.
I
So
don't know
what
mine is.
what it was for both of you, for Deanna, you kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
Your rings when
Yeah.
you touch your rings,
Yeah.
or
I
your
do that.
bracelets.
Oh, my bracelets?
Your bracelets. Oh, you're doing it now. All right, and then Haley, you like holding your hands like when you every time you touched your hands
Like a
together.
ring.
I was. I
means
thought
when
it was
you
when
talk.
you would say
That was what it was.
No, and
Guys,
like
I have
fidget with
anxiety.
your
That's not fair.
But regardless, Deanna is your winner. That is going to do it for this episode of Nerd Alert. Have a great day, everyone.
This has been a production of Waynesburg Community Television.